Jameson. Tu veo, tiene muy cool.
Ahí está.
Vámonos pues.
Okay, I'm going to start my pre-trip inspection. I'm going to go ahead and start by checking my clearance lights on top of my truck, my trailer, along with my four-way flashers. I want to make sure that they're secure, not cracked, not broken, they're working properly, and they're amber in color. I'm also going to check my lights, my high and my low beams, along with my fog lights to make sure they're secure, not cracked, not broken, they're properly adjusted to the road, white in color, and working properly. I'm going to check my front bumper to make sure that it's secure, not cracked, not broken, no bolts missing, and it's in place. I also want to check my license plate to make sure it's secure, not cracked, not broken, with two bolts holding it in place and it's current and it's up to date. I want to check at the bottom of my truck to make sure it's secure, not cracked, not broken, no hanging hoses or wires, no leaks or no puddles such as antifreeze, oil, or water. Which takes us along to the side of the cab over here. I want to start by checking my frame and its cross members for front and back and both sides. I want to make sure that they're secure, not cracked, not broken, not bent, damaged, or twisted in any way. I also want to check my driveline to make sure that it's secure, not cracked, not broken, not bent or twisted, and it's properly greased at its joints. I want to check my exhaust to make sure it's secure, not cracked, not broken, it's not leaking, its mounting brackets and its clamps are properly placed, they're secure, not cracked, not broken, and my exhaust is no higher than my trailer. I want to check my marker lights to make sure they're secure, not cracked, not broken, and they're amber in color. I'm going to check my cab to make sure it's secure, not cracked, not broken, free from any holes, rivets, or bolts. My handbar to make sure it's secure, not cracked, not broken, no bolts are missing, and it's free from any oil and grease. I want to check my door to make sure it latches and it unlatches, secure, not cracked, not broken. My hinges are in good condition and my door is not sagging at the hinge. I like to check my steps to make sure that they're secure, not cracked, not broken, free from any oil and grease. These steps are also my battery box. I want to make sure that the batteries inside are in good condition, built to level. My cables are properly tightened at the post, there's no exposed wires, and they're not arcing out on any kind of metal. Brings me to under the hood on the passenger side. I want to finish checking my exhaust to make sure that it's secure, not cracked, not broken, its mounting brackets and its clamps are properly placed, and it's not leaking. I like to check my radiator and my radiator reservoir to make sure that it's secure, not cracked, not broken, built to level, not leaking with its cap in place. I like to check all hoses and wires in general to make sure they're secure, not cracked, not broken. None of my hoses are leaking. None of my wires are exposed or touching any kind of metal. I like to start by checking my water pump to make sure that it's secure, not cracked, not broken. This water pump is gear driven, but if it was belt driven, then I would make sure that the belt was in good condition and did not have no more than 3/4 inches of play. I like to check my alternator to make sure it's secure, not cracked, not broken. This alternator is belt driven, so I want to make sure that the belt is in good condition and does not have no more than 3/4 inches of play. I want to check my check tube and my fill tube to make sure that they're secure, not cracked, not broken, built to level with their caps in place. I want to finish checking my frame to make sure it's secure, not cracked, not broken, not bent or twisted in any way. I want to start by checking my suspension system. I want to make sure that it's secure, not cracked, not broken. I want to start by checking my shocks to make sure that they're secure, not cracked, not broken, they're properly mounted to my frame, no bolts missing, and they're not leaking. I like to check my leaf spring mounts and hangers to make sure that they're secure, not cracked, not broken, properly mounted to my frame, no bolts missing, and they're properly greased. I like to check my leaf springs to make sure that they're secure, not cracked, not broken, not bent, twisted, or any way. I like to check my U-bolts and spacers to make sure they're secure, not cracked, not broken, properly tightened, no bolts missing, and along with no spacers missing. Which brings us to my brake system. I want to start by checking my brake system, my brake line, chamber, and clamp to make sure they're secure, not cracked, not broken. My lines are not leaking, no bolts missing. I like to check my slack adjusters to make sure it's secure, not cracked, not broken. It's a little over 90 degrees to the push rod. It does not have no more than 2 inches of play, and they're both secure, not cracked, not broken. I like to check my brake drums and shoes to make sure that they're secure, not cracked, not broken. They're free from any oil and grease. And I also like to make sure that my shoes do not have no less than 1/4 inch of thickness. Anything less I would replace on both sides. I want to start by checking my tire to make sure it's secure, not cracked, not broken, free from any screws, cuts, rips, tears, or nails. I also want to make sure that the tread depth on these tires is no less than 4/32. Anything less I would replace with a new tire, not a recapped or used tire. I want to make sure that the PSIs on these tires is 95 to 100 PSIs. I want to start by checking my rim and the lip of my rim to make sure it's secure, not cracked, not broken. The lip of my rim is not bent in any way, and my tire is properly mounted to my rim, secure, not cracked, not broken, and not leaking. I like to check my lug nuts to make sure they're secure, not cracked, not broken, free from any excessive rust or metal shavings, which could indicate a loose lug nut. I like to check my valve stem to make sure that it's secure, not cracked, not broken, it's not touching my rim, and it's not leaking. I like to check my hub assembly to make sure that it's secure, not cracked, not broken, it's built to level, and it is also not leaking.